we've got this great venue outdoors, as long as it doesn't rain. So when you approached us, it was like, yeah, we'd love to host you here. And with our TerraCycling project, which is, if I just explain, it's TerraCycle are a global company who take products that wouldn't normally go in our blue bins to be recycled. So things like crisp packets, pet food pouches, toothbrushes, toothpaste tubes, and there's lots of different kind of streams of product that is recyclable but not along the normal council means. And so we act as a hub. There was people in the community who were doing it from their homes, and they would have boxes under the bed of people's collected rubbish and what have you. And so we connected with a few of those and said, can we help you expand that operation to reach more people? So, we've recycled something like, a couple of 100 kilos of crisp packets. Well, when they only weigh a couple of grams each, that's an awful lot of crisp packets. In order to raise the profile of TerraCycling and tell more people about it, we thought, why don't we make a mandala out of the product? Because it's a great way of people going, why are you using crisp packets? Well, because you can recycle them, so.
I forgot to mention our link with India, because I think that was quite a nice thing to have. And I thought we could develop that actually, because we might be able to make a link with the Indian children and the school at some point. So spread our wings a little bit wider. Next year, really hope we could get more people involved. Perhaps we'll be able to start a little bit earlier.
Well, my highlight was actually working with so many different people with different abilities and being able to enthuse the vision of the mandala and to get them involved, even if only in a very small way. My hopes for next year would be to do better and earlier, as Margaret said. I think that was the key thing, because we had such a short run-up time. We've incorporated the spirit and ethos of what Hardy Park is, not just the materials, but trying to get the different communities that use Hardy Park and the cafe. So we've been using crisp packets that we've ironed together to make spokes, which has been a skill set that nobody had used before, so that was quite a learning curve. And cutting up and using every single piece of the crisp packet, even the ends that we cut off, we used to sew together to make this lovely string effect. We washed the crisp packets and now and ironed them and put them together, and once we finish with the mandala, they're going straight back into recycling to be sent back off to TerraCycle to be remade into useful products like benches and watering cans. Now, we've used a little more than the TerraCycling materials that we normally collect here at Hardy Park. I've put in DVD discs, which I'm going to turn into sun catchers at the end of the day. And because of COVID, unfortunately, cramping the style a bit about not being able to include the community the way that I would have envisaged, bringing people together to volunteer to actually help make the stuff. I've painted river cobbles myself by hand, and at the bottom of each cobble I've put a little word, a little phrase for the community. And over the space of the next few months up until Christmas, people will be going out on walks and placing them in and around Stanford and Corringham for people to find and pick up and enjoy, put in their gardens, and to think about the words that are underneath the pebbles, like fairness, community, friendship, joy, fun. We've also used cycle wheels from the old spokes sheds down at the bottom next to Hardy Park Cafe, and we've decorated those and used those as part of the design here. So everything that we've used within the mandala itself tells a story of recycling, of renewal, reuse, thinking about our environment, thinking about our neighbours, thinking about our community, working together within our different groups, and then coming together occasionally for big festivals, small festivals, enjoying ourselves, sharing friendships. This is a very important part of what mandalas mean. We've all been through a very challenging time, and we're still going through that time of COVID. So it's very important to be able to balance and help share that sense of support and outreach amongst each other.